Arachnophilia, Part 2. Just as my father prepared to unleash more punishment, a loud smack echoed through the room. I opened my eyes to see him clutching the back of his neck, a squished spider in his palm. "Stupid bugs," he shouted, his anger flaring. In that moment, an idea ignited in my mind, and I bolted past him for the door. I ran into the woods, adrenaline pushing me forward, leaving behind my past and my father's rage. I reached my favorite tree, my heart racing as I leaned against it, desperate for safety. But my moment of peace was shattered when I heard his voice again, laced with fury. Just as I braced for the inevitable, a massive spider appeared, its legs towering over me. It lunged at my father, biting down with a vengeance. I was frozen in terror as he fell to the ground, paralyzed and screaming. The spider turned to me, speaking directly into my mind. "Do not be afraid, young one," it explained how it had watched me, a protector of the woods. I felt a strange kinship with this creature, a bond formed by my kindness towards its kind. As my father writhed on the ground, I realized I held the power to decide his fate. When he choked out an apology, I mirrored his earlier words back to him, taunting him with his own cruelty. I stepped back and signaled to the spider, who eagerly called forth its kin. They cocooned my father in an intricate web, and I felt a sense of relief wash over me. I watched as the spider lifted him into the trees, knowing he would suffer as he had made me suffer. In that moment, I felt liberated. I had traded the burden of my father for the companionship of the wood's creatures, the very beings society deemed pests. I returned home, no longer afraid of the dark shadows that had loomed over my life. I didn't write this as a confession or an act of remorse. It was a testament to survival. My father's reign of terror was over, and I was finally free to embrace my own life. From that day on, I chose the company of the spiders over the cruelty of humanity, discovering joy in the most unexpected places.